Hi, guys, this is Denise
Hi, it's Elsa. Welcome.
to Forever 30s.
Welcome to Forever 30s, where no señora vibes are allowed. I'm just kidding.
Facts, porque no somos señoras.
Porque no somos señoras. I don't care what Google says. How are
I'm so
you?
excited. I'm so nervous.
I know, I'm so excited. I
Good.
almost knocked down my whole setup.
We're excited to meet you all. Well, to talk
Yes.
to you all.
To tell
I'm
us
excited about
are
this
good
new
or
journey.
bad.
I'm so excited for this journey and what's to come of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
¿Tienes algo de tomar?
I feel like we have a really good list of topics that we're going to talk about that I feel like people are going to love. It's going to be funny. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be de todo. Like, it's just going to be as open as you could possibly
Healing.
make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever witnessed you cry, Elsa.
You don't think I don't? I
I
hate
don't think
crying.
so.
I just hate crying. I feel so weak when I cry, and it's something that I'm working on that I'm like giving myself permission to feel. And so especially right now when like people ask me, "Oh, how's your mom?" or this or that, it's probably the hardest question to answer for me because it's like I can't not cry when I answer that. And I avoid people. I'm like, oh no, because they're gonna ask me about my mom. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to cry. Crying is hard for me. Make me cry every
Not in a bad
session.
way. Yeah, it's like you're crying
It's
too
not that I
much.
don't
Like,
cry. I do cry on my own. In the shower. I you can't tell.
I love it. What are you excited? What are you excited for what's to come with Forever 30s? What are you envisioning? What are you wanting from it? What are your thoughts about it?
Yes. So I think for me, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to do a podcast was because I have a hard time relating to some of the things, the issues that I go through that I'm like, man, do people go through this? Do they feel like this? Am I the only one that feels this way? And I think specifically when you and I talked and we went through like similar stages of life, but things went really different for the both of us, right? And then,
Very.
you know, so then it's come for full circle where now we sit down and we look back at how things were and maybe how we each acted or reacted, and we're able to be receptive and we're hoping to grow. We have the aspiration of one day being I feel at peace.
How do you, well, yeah, like,
The healing
yeah.
of ourselves, of each other, of the people who watch it, hopefully can take something out of it. And if not, that at least we're entertaining you enough that we're making you forget those things that are making you, have it. I think that we're funny. I think I'm funny. Some people might not think I'm funny, but I think I'm funny. I think you're funny. I think that what we do the most when we hang out is laugh. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
even if we're in serious mode or whatever, like we're always throwing jokes and we're always making each other laugh.
I agree the same with you. You know, some of the battles that I've struggled with. I think that the things that I've dealt with in life. And a lot of the times, a lot of people don't speak on it. I think you feel alone. I think you feel you don't have anybody that you can relate to. And I want to open up this as like a home de que todo podemos hablar. We can talk about what we've been through, what worked out for us. I think I think this is going to be a space of healing. I think this is going to be a space where we're safe. I think it's going to be like therapy
Mhm.
sessions, a lot cheaper and free. I We're both taking therapy with the same therapist. Let's say that. Shout out to
Yes, up
Laura.
front. Hmm.
She's fixing us one therapy session at a time. But I do think it's been life changing. I think I've never understood myself more. I think it doesn't change the world itself, but it changes my vision, my outlook on it.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
she's given us so many tools on how to deal with life that I think that we can also share
Hmm.
that to everybody else.
Yeah, because I think there's people in our lives that sometimes, like Lara tells me, like, this person's just not going to change. That's just who they are and who they will always be in their relationships in my life that I want to keep, that I want to improve. And if it means that I have to learn to cope with that person or acquire skills to make our relationship better, then I'm willing to do that. Definitely, just all around. I think I've noticed, even just in me, that I've always considered myself a great friend. And sometimes
Hmm.
in learning about myself, I'm like, whoa, like maybe in this area I can improve and be a better friend in this aspect, because maybe I'm always in the run and I don't sit down and I don't really like listen, to like the things you're not saying, right? Or things like that. And I get that a lot sometimes when people are like, well, you're just busy, I didn't want to bother you, or things like that. And I'm like, well, then am I not creating a space where you're comfortable? So like things like that I'm realizing about myself, in which I could improve as a friend, as a mom, as a sister, as a daughter, as a friend, whatever.
I don't have
Mm-hmm.
any complaints with you being a friend. Yeah, I think you're an amazing friend, and I think you're a safe space where people can say their emotions, and I don't. I haven't got. You're like, well, when you leave, I have judged, but I don't feel judged at the moment that I'm telling you. I feel like it's a very
I
safe
know.
space.
Yeah.
No complaints there.
Thank you. Same.
Um,
I think it's
I
been
have,
wonderful being friends with you.
yeah. I
We
also
need Kleenex.
think it's gonna be right. I think that I don't know. I think the whole Forever 30s is, for me, I take it as I would love to forever be 30. Like the whole Forever 21, like the store that people
Mm-hmm.
always like, they want to be 21, but I feel like in your 20s, you're I'm not saying everybody's insecure, because someone could say, well, like, I'm very like confident, but what I mean is like you're not sure, you're reaching for stuff that isn't genuine for you. I don't think you know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're still learning your emotions. I still think you're learning what you like, what you don't like, what you accept. People always have this stigma like, oh my god, you're turning 30, like your life is over. And I was, when I was going to turn 30, I was so excited. I was like, no, like I remember my friend when she turned 30 and she's like, 30s are your best years. And I was so excited. The day of, I could not stop crying. I was like, I'm 30.
Oh,
Like I thought my life was over. And now once you like pass the
yeah.
birthday and like you start living life,
Mm-hmm.
I'm 32. These have still been the best years already. I just feel like you're more confident, you're more sure, you know what you want. And I'm like, who the hell
You
would not
have
want to
more
be 30 forever?
knowledge and life experiences that have helped you. And now you're like, sure, okay, like I've been through this. I know how to handle it. I can push through, or like, let's tweak it a little bit. I was really afraid to turn 30. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like, I'm going to be a senora and I don't want to. And my mom would be like, you've been a senora. You got a kid. And I was like, no, 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 no. But once I got into my 30s and I don't know what changed, and I don't know if it's just being 30 or me or what it was, that like my life is just really good. It's been really good. It hasn't been perfect by any means, but I have no complaints. I wouldn't want to go back to my 20s. I wouldn't go back to anything, or I don't want to be older either, obviously. The podcast. I'm
Like
staying
right
here from
now is
now
the sweet
on.
spot.
Yeah, I don't care when you meet me. I'm in my 30s. It could be 10 years from now. I'm
Yeah.
still going to be
It's
35.
it's the inside, forever 30. Yeah, I
Hmm.
think it's just more knowledge than your 20s, more wisdom, more
Hmm.
grace to yourself, more stability with
Hmm.
almost everything in your life. And I'm not saying anything is perfect, or like when you turn 30, everything's like, oh, okay, but I think it just feels better. It feels more home. It feels
Hmm.
genuine. It feels authentic. I love it. 30s
Me too. I
forever.
wouldn't change it.
Forever 30.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the topics you think that we should talk about in the episodes?
There's
wanting
a
from
lot. I mean,
it or
there's the big obvious one, therapy. You know, we go to therapy and we're on our healing journey. Um,
Mhm.
Parenthood, motherhood. I know that there's been times when just some things that we've talked about were like the struggles of loving your kids, but admitting that it's hard. And there's times and moments where it doesn't feel so good. And sometimes we're afraid to say it out loud, like, man, I'm really not enjoying this stage, or I'm not enjoying whatever. And so being able to talk about that without shame or without judgment or without fear of like, what are they going to think or whatever. It's just being honest. Like, I'm not trying to fail as a parent or whatever. But friendship, relationship with like our families, the different roles that we play, and maybe even in relationships, or like the whole feminine versus masculine, or the vibe, whatever. You get what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I'm like, I get it what you're saying. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited to talk about all that. I'm excited to use our tools that we've been given in therapy so everybody else can
Hmm.
use. I'm excited to share experiences that we've gone through. And I don't mean just for like chit chat. The ugly, the things that you usually don't talk to
Hmm.
people about because you're scared of,
Hmm.
like how you said, being like judged, or I feel like a lot of the emotions are like being shameful. I think there's a lot of emotions that we come with that, as like moms, like you said, like family or co-parenting, or there's just endless relationships that we have that I feel that come with those feelings, and to talk about it and how we overcame that
Hmm.
so people
Because
don't
there are
feel alone
conversations that
or
can really change things, like a friend or someone could help you see the situation in a different light. And then you wake up and you're like, oh whoa, as well as maybe sometimes you're like, you know what, I feel the same way and it's okay, and just keep pushing it, whatever it may be. I think we're gonna find a lot of that. We have a lot of similarities, but we're not the same per se. So we definitely always give each other some questions that were like, wait, do you mean this? But wait, why do you think that? Why, And so then it gets us thinking and it gets us going. And like you said, it's a safe space. I feel safe with you, you feel safe with me. And we know that what our intentions are with each other and for each other, right? So I think that's really important when you feel safe, like this person isn't looking to find information about me to then make a jab at me or anything like that, right? It's just truly just
exactly.
caring for each other. I think that
How do we
we also want to talk about the things that are really good, that we're sometimes we're so focused on the bad things, or not the bad things, but like, look, whatever happens to us that is uncomfortable, that we forget to focus on the good things that are happening all around us in our lives, the things that we've accomplished. I also think it's important to talk about the good things in life, right? To acknowledge the things that we've accomplished, the good things that are going on in life, because sometimes the bad, we just either focus on it or it consumes us so much that we forget how great, like, to be grateful for how blessed we are, right? And how hard we've worked for the things that we have. I think that at the end of the day, even if, like, I can say I yell at Natalia, but like, I'm trying, right? And so I think that's
Mhm.
something that we need to give ourselves credit for, because not everybody tries to improve, not everybody puts in the effort. Some people say that's just how I am and you just need to take it, right?
cue in our family? Just kidding. Cue in all
We need to have
our.
pictures, right? Like pictures of our kids, pictures of our parents, so that when we're talking about them, I see,
But I do nothing wrong, kids. That's how we were raised, parents. No, but it's, and I think even people that listen to this, that they're like intrigued or curious to see how they can become a better version of themselves. And
mm-hmm.
let me say that, like, we're not professionals or anything, but what we're saying is like we're giving the things that have worked for us in our
Mm-hmm.
experience, but and we're not perfect. But even by you being intrigued, curious, or wanting to look into it, you're already a better person than a lot of
Yes.
people, because I feel like not everybody not everybody has the awareness to even say that there is something that needs to be changed, and not that you
Mhm.
need to change as a person, but some habits that are okay to let go of.
Yeah, there's always room for improvement.
Always. And I think
Forever.
that's beautiful.
That being said, what are 3 things that you are grateful for today?
Today, I am grateful for health, that I woke up with no pain, minimal pain. I am grateful for this like new journey, and I'm
Mhm.
excited for it. I am grateful for family, that my daughter has her siblings over from her dad's
Mhm.
side, and that it's a healthy enough co-parent relationship, at least with the stepmom, that she gets to have that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not everybody does.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that she gets to live that.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for today?
I am grateful for work. I got to work a lot this weekend. The person that signs me up for the shifts is not the person that shows up to work. I'll tell you that much. Uh, signed myself up for 12 hours of work yesterday, which was really hard, but I'm really grateful because,
It's the same with like working out.
I can
You're like, wait, I signed up for what time?
same, same. So yeah, like I'm grateful for mobility that I'm able to go to these classes and um, feel my body do things that I couldn't do before, improving myself. And I'm grateful for family and friends. I definitely am very blessed with the people around me. I never feel alone. I never feel like I'm going through it by myself. And so those are my good things.
I think that's a huge reflection on you too, though, because you probably don't let people go through things by themselves either.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
naturally, you that gets reciprocated. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for everything. And like I said before, we're not licensed, we're not professionals, and by far not perfect. But I'm excited to hear if anybody has any feedback, anything that they want to
Yes.
talk about,
Any suggestions on
any questions.
topics you want to hear us talk about? Any things you think we could improve? We're not like big technology people, okay? So this setup we got going on here took a long time. So be gentle with your suggestions if they have to be with technology improvements because man, we were like, God, is this a sign?
Breathing techniques. Hugging yourself. You're like, okay, hold on, you've got this. It's a struggle. And you know what I said to a friend? I said, listen, I'm never gonna consider myself a techie person. I don't think I am. I also don't think Elsa is, but I think we're two people that will figure it out. Like, I'll figure it out.
Yes,
I'll figure it
problem
out. Don't
solvers.
call me if your
Mhm.
printer something's not working, but if you do, I'm gonna figure it out. But this hit like it felt like I was 30. The negative part, like I felt old. Like I felt like you can't
Yeah.
figure this out,
It
Denise.
was really hard,
But
but all good things take work. And so I think that once we got it done, we know we feel pretty good about it. And then, so yeah, I'm excited.
we'll get down to like the nitty gritty. Like we'll say everything that if it helps somebody, we're gonna touch
Yeah.
subject on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you guys next
We should
time.
always have something to drink, like our therapy
Oh, yes.
sessions
Yes.
too. Hmm. Maybe vodka, maybe tea. We don't know.
Whiskey in a cup. I'm just kidding.
What do you
No,
drink? Jack and Coke.
I drink
Jack
Jack
and
and
Coke,
Coke.
you know?
That's my thing.
Hmm.
All right.
I'm excited for everything that's to come with this new journey.
Let's do it. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.